If you're keeping tabs in your catalog or marking your catalog, there are 14 entries in the Ayrshire Junior 3-year-old class. Again, we'll introduce the top 10 to you, and then if you're interested in filling out the rest of the class, please visit worlddairyexpo.com. Entry 1750 was the class winner. That was Glamour View Bootylicious ET, exhibited by Kurt and Michelle Wolf and Joe and Keith Engel from Hampshire, Illinois. Second in the class was 1744, also the best bred and owned. That was Barview Reagan Barbie ET, exhibited by Eartham Farms, Inc. in Wanamingo, Minnesota. Third in the class was our first junior and best udder, 1745, MM Reynolds Winnow ET, exhibited by Feltman and Smith from Norwood, Young, America, Minnesota. Fourth in the class was our second place junior, 1738, Rustic Creek Ringer Skittles, exhibited by Edwin Gonzalez from Grove City, Minnesota. Entry 1743 was fifth, 1741 was sixth, 1740 was seventh, and the production winner, and that was Family Affair R. Miranda, exhibited by Family Affair Farm from Caledonia, Illinois. 1742 was 8th, 1747 was 9th, and 1753 was 10th and 3rd junior. In the ring now is the senior 3-year-old class for the Ayrshire show.
And for those of you following along with our Jersey show, I have the placings from our recently completed fall senior 2-year-old cow class. 1178 was the winner, and she was also named Best Udder. Liberty Jen Victorious Venus, shown by Milk Source Genetics of Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Second in the class was 1186, and she was also named Best Bred and Owned. Breezy Noel Joel Melanie, exhibited by Grant Cope of Urbana, Ohio. Third in the open show was 1179, and she was also the winning junior. Pleasant Ridge Kid Rock Ella, shown by Ronnie Mosier and family of Geneva, Indiana. 1183 was fourth. 1188 placed fifth and was second junior. Four Hills Victorious Gal Talk, shown by Megan and Sarah Hill of New Haven, Vermont. 1177 was sixth. 1180 placed seventh. 1182 was eighth. 1185 was 9th, and 1187 placed 10th. Of course, full placings can be found at worlddairyexpo.com. The class now in the ring are our junior 3-year-old cows.
Judge Evans is completing his placings in the Ayrshire Senior 3-year-old class. Our winning junior entry is 1758, Miss Bewitched of Iowa Side, exhibited by Dana and Madison Sickles from Marengo, Iowa. Fourth in the class is our Best Bred and Owned and our production winner, and that is 1773 Palmyra Ringer B Reina E.T., exhibited by Palmyra Farm in Hagerstown, Maryland. Third in the class is entry number 1759, and that is Glamourview V Bender E.T., exhibited by Kurt, Michelle, and Cooper Wolf from Guttenberg, Iowa. 1756 was our second place class winner, and that was Bricker Farms King Cinderella, exhibited by Milk Source Genetics, J&S Fairbanks, and K&M Wolf from Kaukauna, Wisconsin. And winning the class with the best udder is entry 775, Koppenbarger Kingsire Trinity, exhibited by Terry Packard, Ernie Kiefner, and Peter Vale from Boonesboro, Maryland. Congratulations. Judge?
Let's give these cows a big round of applause. This was truly something special we just saw out here. These first two cows come out at you and blow you away. When you start analyzing them and breaking them down, both on the move, and when they get standing in line, it comes down to the top of the rear udder. The cow in first, she's more balanced. Shows us more height to the top of that rear udder, especially on that right side compared to our second place cow. She's a little freer of flesh back through that thigh, a little bit nicer through her hide. But this second cow, just a beautiful cow in her own right. A cow that moves with such grace and ring presence. Just like to clean her up just a tickle to take the top spot. But it is the length of body, the length of frame, being a little bit longer on those legs today, showing us a little bit better attachments, both forward and rear, to get her over the cow in third. She's a dairier cow, longer up through that head and neck, more feminine through that head and neck than our third place cow. Third over fourth, it gets closer for us here in this next group. But we're going to give the advantage to the third place cow on her locomotion. She moves so much freer on the outside of the ring. She's a cow that keeps those legs up underneath her so much nicer than our third calver coming out in fourth. She shows us a little bit more cleanliness up through that front end. She's a little bit freer flesh back through that thigh to match with those first two cows. This cow we have coming out in fourth, a cow just fresh here recently, third calver. We're going to give her the advantage today in her frame. She's a cow that blends smoother through that front end. She's nice from that shoulder into that body wall and through those crops. Cow is just a little bit deeper in the heart. I prefer the way those teats come out of the bottom of the udder floor and the shape of them today. Our fifth place cow, a cow you really admire for the width. You look at her from the front end, she's wide muzzled, she's wide chested. She has so much width through that rear udder. And she's a cow that just shows better udder attachments today all the way through than the cow coming out in sixth. She's a cow that's just so much more youthful in that mammary system. I prefer the forward attachment. I prefer the top of the rear udder as compared to our sixth place dairy cow. Congratulations on an amazing class.